Hello, I'm Veronica Blade, and welcome to this edition of Parents Corner. Today, we're going to talk about why First Step Phonics products are the best option for new readers. What makes them better? I'll show you. If you've watched my other videos, you've heard me talk about how long a new reader has to work at it just to be able to read a 3-letter word. They have to learn the alphabet song, upper and lowercase letters, the sounds to 26 letters, and then they have to learn how to combine the individual letters into words. They have to learn how to blend the letters together. That's a lot to learn. They usually start that in pre-K or kindergarten and then into first grade. That's 2 or 3 years just so they can read a simple 3-letter word. Then, once they get to 3-letter words, most new readers start off reading like this. The, k, at, cat, s. You get the idea. By the time they get to the end of the sentence, they don't remember what they just read. Just trying to read 3-letter words is hard. They don't need upper levels thrown in there too. Too many of these so-called early reader books contains words with vowel combinations like the word mouse. OU is a vowel blend and way above the 3-letter word level. Those same books have multisyllable words like balloon or extra punctuation like quotation marks. All that is too difficult for someone who hasn't even mastered reading a 3-letter word. And worse, many of those books have multiple sentences per page. That alone can be overwhelming to a brand new reader. If the child is just starting to read 3-letter words and can barely do that, then the books they read should be limited to only 3-letter words. But those books are really hard to find. And that's why I created the 3-letter word stories in First Step Phonics Level 1. Just 3-letter words with short vowels and some common sight words like the, of, and, because you can't write much of anything without using those. Also, these Level 1 stories don't have any other punctuation other than a period. They're usually 1 sentence per page. In all 85 books in the First Step Phonics program, you occasionally see a page with 2 sentences, but never 3. I want to give you some examples of some 3-letter word stories currently out there. But I want to be very clear, I'm not saying these are bad products. Over the years, I've been extremely grateful to have them, and a lot of other people have too. But they aren't enough. Let me show you a couple things. For instance, these are 3-letter word short vowel stories, and they do a great job staying faithful to that. Pretty easy read. But look at this page. Remember when I talked about how a student doesn't usually remember anything they read by the time they get to the end of the sentence? That's a lot to read right there. And they added a comma. And this one. None of the books in these series have much of a plot. Pretty small pages, 8 pages per book. That's a lot of sentences right there. And they have a question mark right there. This is from the short I set of First Step Phonics Level 1, Gil and the Pig. As you can see, the sentences are fairly short. And they all have an actual storyline or a plot. And see all that color? When you were a kid, what did you prefer to look at? Black and white or color? What inspired you to read? Now let's look at the First Step Phonics workbooks. I've never found anything like these, where your student can get enough practice on each thing to get a solid foundation. What I've found with other workbooks is that the lower level ones are hard to find. Most of them barely touch on the lower levels. And then before you know it, they're into bigger words. Kids learn the alphabet, and then there's barely anything available up until they actually read. First Step Phonics Level 0 workbooks fill that gap. For instance, Level 0 Workbook 1 covers uppercase letters and the alphabet sequence. As you can see, there are 90+ pages of worksheets devoted exclusively to uppercase letters. Workbook 2 consists of 90+ pages focusing on lowercase letters. Workbook 3 has 90+ worksheets matching uppercase to lowercase and focusing on alphabet sequence. Level 0 has 6 workbooks. What I just showed you were the first 3. Those 3 workbooks I just showed you have worksheets that practice writing the letters, letter recognition, matching the same letter, circling the letter that's not like the rest, and on and on. The next 3 focus on the sounds of the letters. Workbook 4 is 90+ pages practicing the sounds of the letters A through I. Workbook 5 is another 90 pages just working on the sounds of the letters J through R. And then Workbook 6, the sounds S through Z. Those workbooks have activities like matching the two pictures that have the same beginning sound, or find the picture in each row whose ending sound is D. So instead of one workbook that spends maybe 10 pages on this level, First Step Phonics Level 0 consists of 6 workbooks that provide over 90 worksheets for each little phonics step. There's nothing like these workbooks anywhere. Workbooks that actually give your student plenty of practice on each thing. Imagine that. I hope this introduction to the earlier levels of First Step Phonics products has been informative for you. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for phonics teaching series, read-along videos, and more. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot an email to info@firststepphonics.com. and we'll do our best to answer you. I might even make a video to answer your question. You can check out the books and workbooks mentioned here and the rest of the First Step Phonics series, as well as the teaching manual, How to Teach Anyone to Read, and other teaching aids at firststepphonics.com. As always, be patient, be encouraging, be the teacher you wish you had. Thank you so much for watching.